Hello, Chamber community. Thanks for joining us on our Facebook Live today. My name is Lori Waltier. I'm the Vice President Communications and Culture at the Chamber. And I have two special guests today. We're going to learn a little bit about Live2Lead. Live2Lead is a leadership and personal development conference, December 16th at Farm 12, and it benefits step by step. And I have two special guests today. Why don't each of you introduce yourself?
Awesome. You want to go first?
I'm Mike Newman with Innovations in Leadership. My brother and I are the ones who bring Live2Lead to the Puyallup area. We've been doing this for about 8-9 years now.
That's awesome. I'm Robert Kalin. I'm the owner of Elements, and I got in touch with Mike 2 years ago at a Live2Lead event and was like all on board. So I'm a sponsor this year and also just helping promote the event in our city.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to learn more about it. Why don't you give us the rundown, Mike?
Sure. So it is a leadership development conference. It was actually done in October in Atlanta live, and so we'll be watching the replay of that. What we do is we watch one of the speakers, and so the speakers, as an example, is John Maxwell, the world's #1 leadership expert, and so we'll listen to him. He'll be talking about how you develop an inner circle with your team and also about succession. And so as we do that, at the end of his time, we'll have an opportunity for about 10 minutes or so to have table discussions with your team or the people at your table about how what he had to say applies to the work that you do. And so that really embeds the learning as they take it back to their companies.
Awesome. So John Maxwell, you've got a whole lineup of speakers, it looks like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tons of good ones. We got John Maxwell, Valerie Burton, Ed Milet, Jamie Curran, Lima, and Jeff Henderson to start the day off. If you get a VIP pass, then you can, if you flip that over, it shows all of the awesome speakers who are going to be at the VIP session that you get to learn from. Joel Mamby, Don Yeager, and Tim Elmore are going to be there. For this event, just individual registrations, $150, or you can purchase an entire table for $1,000, which is a super good deal.
Yeah.
Do we have any sponsorships available?
So we have a few sponsorships left that would be great if you want to profile your business, and in that we have the opportunity for you to not only be in the program, but also we'll have on the screen you'll be profiled there as well, and we'll make announcements during the breaks of different things that you're there. And then you also have the opportunity to bring in a flyer for your company as well and promote it that way.
Awesome. Well, I'm pretty sure that those of us at the Chamber most of us will be there, if not all of us.
Yeah.
I see a question. When and where is this? Well, this is December 16th at Farm 12.
Hello, Sally. Good to see you. Thanks for jumping on.
You know, I think that one of the things that people ask sometimes is, what's the content? What's going to be, what are people going to talk about? So I said a little bit about what John's going to talk about, and then Valerie Burton is an incredible coach and business coach and personal coach. And she asked this really important question we all ask is, what does success look like? But then she stops and she says, what does success look like in this period of your life, in this season of your life? Because we define what success looks like for us way out in the future, and she narrows it in and says, what does it look like right now in this period of your life? So great content from her. Jamie Curran Lima is a person who has overcome tremendous battles in her life in regards to starting her business and being consistent and following through. And she talks about how to really overcome those adversities in your life. So she started out and was rejected by hundreds of companies with her cosmetic brand, and she sold it about 1.5 years ago to L'Oreal for $1.2 billion. So there's a story between rejection and success.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Jeff Henderson. Jeff is a speaker that now's the time to hear Jeff. He wants to talk about, or what he talks about is know what you're for. In this world that we're in right now where we have so many things that we're against, he's about what are you for? And so he kind of flips the switch a little bit for us. We think that we want to be the best business in our community. And he says you need to be the best business for your community. And so that gives a little different perspective. And then if you ever listen to Ed Milet, he's like the #1 podcast person in the world right now. And he is an intense guy. But I'll tell you what, the things that he has to say about one more time, just one more, make that one more phone call. make that one more contact with a relative that you haven't reached out to, especially in this holiday season that we're coming into. But all 5 of those people will bring incredible content, and I know it will impact what you do each and every day in your work, and you will have many takeaways from each of the speakers that are there on December the 16th.
So as I'm thinking about Live2Lead from a business perspective, with bringing my team to the table, I just see that this has tremendous value to do some team building on top of. Can you maybe speak to the audience of like who should be going to this and who?
Yeah, so we have, not only do we have the people who have sponsored and bring their teams, like Robert's talking about bringing his, we have individuals, so it's business owners, it's company owners, it's individuals, entrepreneurs, people who want to really up-level what they're doing right now. And this gives you some tools to allow you to do that. And I think that the other piece that we sometimes forget about is who are the young leaders within our companies that we need, who's the promising people that we need to expose them to bigger opportunities. And that would be a person that I would say you'd want to, as a business owner, say, I've always had my eye on that person.
That's good.
Let's bring them along and let them participate and grow as well.
Okay.
Giving somebody a seat at the table.
Yeah. So you're gonna make your people feel good. You're investing in them. They're gonna get inspired. They're gonna get some leadership and tips and techniques they can use in their everyday life, personal and leadership, career-wise. Tell me a little bit about the step-by-step fundraising piece of this.
Yeah, so Step by Step is an organization here in Puyallup that Krista Linden has done for 20 plus years, and it's about helping at-risk moms to have healthy babies and provide a stable home for them and to secure their futures. And so I think when I found out about this 2 years ago, I said, wow, this is something we could really make a difference to help them move some of the initiatives that they have forward. And so each person, all the proceeds that we have go towards Step by Step. And so when we did it last time, we raised $20,000, and we're hoping to exceed that number significantly this time.
So that was 2 years ago.
2 years
okay.
ago.
Yeah.
Just 3 weeks before the pandemic. So.
Yeah, that's right. Because Ivy Enna King, our former director of membership engagement, went. She said it was a wonderful event. So we're really looking forward to being a part of it. I love that it's raising funds for Step by Step too. We love Step by Step. They're just a great partner of ours. So, where do they get the tickets? That's what we should.
Yes, it's a good one.
So the tickets can be, you can go to the innovationsandleadership.com/live2lead website, just all one word, Live2Lead, the number 2. And you can click on that, and they'll take you to more details about each of the speakers, and then there's a link there to the Eventbrite registration as well.
Can I do something a little crazy?
Sure.
Can I borrow this and just put this QR code up to the screen
for
a second? So if you want to get tickets, all you got to do is scan that QR code, and it'll take you right there. Hopefully that works for you. If it doesn't, I'll put it in the comments as an image.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And here you go.
We will definitely put in the comments, and I think I shared the link
Okay,
earlier
perfect.
today. So we'll share it again. We'll put it in our Chamber Chatter newsletter next week as well.
Yeah,
So
that's rad. So when does registration end for this event?
So the sooner the better, because there are limited seats at the table. But we do have registration on Eventbrite open till they're sold out.
Okay.
So that's the deadline, or of course the morning of December 16th. So.
Perfect.
But the other thing that we didn't really talk about is the VIP session that's there. Yeah. So the morning includes breakfast, and then in the afternoon, if you buy the VIP tickets as well, then you get an afternoon session, and you get lunch provided by Farm 12. They put out, if you've ever been there, they put out a great lunch, and so we'll have a plated, not a plated lunch, but a, what do you call it?
buffet.
Buffet, there we go. I couldn't come up with a word. Buffet lunch, and then our afternoon speakers are, again, another great set of speakers that Robert had mentioned earlier. Joel Mamby, former CEO of Saab and Automobiles and SeaWorld. 2 very vastly different things, but he's talking about the culture of your business. What is it that you want your business to be known for? And he has 8 principles that define that. Don Yeager, those of you that are sports people, you may know the name Don Yeager. Don is a Sports Illustrated writer, best-selling author, And he talks about the dream team from the Olympics. Remember when we had the basketball dream team when professionals could first play in the Olympics? And we did really well that year. And he talks about the downfall and the upturn and how that happened and why that happened, and some great application to knowing the why of what your business does and having your organization and the people that work for you understand that. And then the day wraps up with Tim Elmore. Tim is a person who has been with John Maxwell for years as a mentor or as a mentee of John. John's mentored him all those years, and Tim has an organization called Growing Leaders where he works with young people and helps them in their leadership growth. But he has a book out now called The 8 Paradoxes of Leadership. And in that, he talks about each one of those and touches on those. But it's like covering, why is it that we are in these conflicts all the time? I want my people to be productive, and I want them to be, courteous and kind at the same time. And sometimes those things clash. How as a leader do you navigate those different challenges that are there? So there's 8 paradoxes that Tim closes out the day with. And a special treat for everybody, we're going to do an interview with Krista. I'll be talking with Krista on the stage, and we're going to talk about how you keep the vision alive. How do you take something that was a vision that she had 20 plus years ago, and how do you turn it into what they've been able to do it step by step with the help of the community? But it takes one person, and we're going to talk about that. I don't know what the answers to my questions are yet. We'll find that out on the afternoon of the 16th.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
that's wonderful.
I just had 2 quick things.
Yeah.
Number one, for anybody watching, maybe even the replay, feel free to jump in on the comments, write down your questions, comments even, and Mike and I will jump in there and try and answer anything we can. And then also, I'm just thinking about coming out of this COVID season and really the value that this brings to our community to be able to keep us going, right? There's a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners and teams who have struggled and struggled and struggled. And so this would be a valuable resource to jump on and really just connect your team again. So I'm pumped about this.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm excited too.
Yeah.
So we got a morning session, 7:30 to 12:30,
Mhm.
and that's $150 if you just do the morning session.
Correct.
Includes breakfast, coffee, everything. To do the VIP registration, it's $250 a person, but that's the whole day.
That's the whole day.
So that's breakfast and lunch and the VIP speakers and the interview with Krista Linden.
Correct.
And the proceeds go,
To
a portion of the proceeds go to support step by step.
Yep.
Love it. And you get yummy Farm 12 food.
That's
and
right.
get inspired, and I love it. So innovationsinleadership.com /live2lead, the number 2. And we'll put it in the comments. Anything
Perfect.
else?
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I
Well,
appreciate
thank you for your time, and thanks for listening to us today. And we look forward to seeing you on the 16th.
That's right. See you guys.
Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, Lori.